Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video. I want to show you my Lumix S5 Cinemarig right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on two cameras online. One is the Lumix GX80 and one is the Lumix S1h. Stay tuned if you want to learn more how to work with Lumix cameras. I recently got the Lumix S1h. I'm testing it right now. And yes, subscribe if you want to have maybe a review or questions about the Lumix S1h. But for now, I want to build you my Lumix S5 Cinemarig. I'm a German filmmaker. I come from Berlin and I mainly work with clients. I'm not a big YouTuber, but I consider myself as have a pretty huge clients. My biggest client was a company, a $1 billion company actually, in a railway system company which provides the world with railway systems and a lot of stuff. They made last year an income of 3.4 billion euros and they have more than 15,000 worldwide employees. Why did they choose me as the little videographer portraying their event in Berlin, Germany? Well, I don't know. Maybe we find out together in the following videos. I want to tell you about working with clients and making actual real money with your camera. And if you want to work with your camera and if you want to make real money with your camera, I give you, you need to 99% a rig. Most of the time you film with a rig, handheld or with a tripod. I use the Sachtler Flowtech with an Ace XL75 head, and I want to tell you now how I build my rig. So that's my Lumix S5, and of course you need the cage, that's for sure. You need the cage around your rig, and I rigged one thing on this cage. That's the NATO rail here, and that's on my camera right now. I forgot to unscrew it and to actually remove it from my rig. But that's basically the cage. That's my Lumix S5 with the 24 to 70mm Sigma f2.8 lens, a pretty nice lens. So what do we do at first? We need a lot of stuff, and I hope I will do this in one session here. So at first you need something from Cinemarig. For sure this cage is from Cinemarig. This video is not sponsored by Cinemarig. I think they make good products. Yes, are they sometimes expensive? Yes, but are they pretty good? So whatever. So that's a little rail mount shoe. I don't know how it's called in English, from Cinemarig. That's basically for mounting rails to your camera. So, and we attached it basically down here like this. No, basically like this. These rails are not completely through my rig, they're only in the back. I'll show you later why. And let's connect these screws here, you see them here, to these both holes. How do we do that? Mostly I do this on a table. For now, we do this here. And let's tighten these up a little bit with the fingers, like a real pro does it. Hold on, let me get my little tools here. I have always with me a little toolbox with all kinds of tools in here. Some are self-made, and to have the right Inbo-Schlüssel, how we in Germany say, or Sechskant-Schlüssel. Then we screw it like this. I hope this camera can see this. I don't know. I'm not a professional. So that's the first thing. You can detach and attach these rails via these little connections here. Just make sure they are both equal long. So that's the first thing. Now it looks like this, but we cannot mount it to the tripod, obviously. We need a little Manfrotto plate. The Manfrotto plate is actually a pretty cheap one. I got it from Neura, from my first Steadicam. I bought a 69 euro Steadicam or something. And yes, that was before I even had the gimbal. I had this. I have, I think, no videos with it, but that was my first thing I got. And it's blue, and I like it. So we actually then screw this to these both holes, these screws. Why two? Because you want no movement here, and movement is not good, so you screw both in here because there are 2 holes and 2 screws, you know. So you can tighten these with some of them. You can tighten these with a finger when you have a little flapjal, a little ring here that you can tighten these with a finger, but most of the time not. That's why I built a little screwdriver to attach this here and to tighten this one after another. In Germany we say nach fest kommt ab. That means after tight it becomes loose again. So, and that's basically the base plate, which we then can now slide on our tripod, and now it's locked, and we have a little connected camera connected to the tripod. Man, my English is really not good today. I'm subscribed that I can afford some English classes in the future. Maybe that would be appreciated. So next part is actually a little small rig handlebar. I use it very often. That's why you can see it. The glue comes loose, and it's basically looks like this under here. And that was actually a gift from a friend. Shout out to my buddy Sebastian Wolf, also a filmmaker aus Berlin, and it was a gift. So we screw this to the right side of our rig, that we can then attach later some other things. So we screw this here tight. We are hand one after another. Don't make one ultra tight and then another. That won't work. These things have little holes in here that you can tighten it a little bit more, because that thing holds the whole weight of your camera sometimes. So make sure it is connected. Yeah, make sure it is connected. That's very important. Next step is a little top handlebar, also from Cinemarig. Yes, that's also from Cinemarig. I don't know, it was also a gift. I don't know the name of it, but it is basically a cheap top handlebar. There are better versions out with maybe wood and some other accessories, but that comes on top of your camera, that slides on top of your camera, and then you make this also very well tight, and you double check it if it's tight or not, because that holds the whole weight of your camera, and you want that to be stable, and that holds basically your camera, and that's sometimes worth a lot of money. So the next thing we have here is a little monitor connection, a little connection which can support your monitor, and that's a pretty well damn built thing. That's also from Cinemarig. So we attached it to this side, then tightened it up. Or you know, I actually made a mistake. I used my left hand to hold my camera and my right hand to use the focus. So let's detach this here. Sometimes I use this on the other side. I changed it on some occasions, but nowadays days I pull focus with my right hand, and that's why I use my left hand for holding the camera. In 99%, I use my left hand to hold the camera and the other hand to pull focus, change the ND filter, etc. So that's good for today. The next thing is a good old a monitor. That's the Atomos Shinobi. I don't record in ProRes or anything. 10-bit was always fine for me, or even 8-bit in some occasions. I worked for the embassy of Singapore in Berlin, Germany, and they wanted a video from me, and I was a little bit not lazy at the time, but I knew this client would be a little bit annoying, so not annoying. Yes, they demanded a lot of work from me, and I wanted to have an easy job. That's why I shot this whole project in 8-bit. Even your camera can 10-bit or 4K or whatever. For some clients, I use still 8-bit and full HD. So then you attach the monitor on this handlebar here, and now you have a nice monitor on your rig. So the monitor is still powered via battery. That's from Lumix, an NPF 980D battery. Lasts very long on a monitor. They are very good. They have an USB and DC output. So the next thing is something. What annoys a lot of people sometimes. That's this little device here. This little device is a mini USB or even micro USB to USB connection, and a micro HDMI to micro HDMI connection. This annoys a lot of people because a flimsy little micro HDMI on a camera like this, it's a little bit annoying. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it was one major point why I bought the Lumix S1h was because the Lumix S1h had a full-size HDMI. The S5 has not the full-size HDMI. Sometimes a little bit annoying. Sometimes. When you work with it, it's annoying. So, and I hope you can see this now. I hope this camera can see this. You have a little connection down here, and there comes the part. You screw it only very light, not ultra tight, only a little bit. Don't have to make this ultra tight. Then you open this little flap here, and then you plug in, be careful, the micro HDMI. I want this to wiggle around here. Can you see this? I want that to be a little bit loose because I want it to have movement, because here comes the part. When you then attach the small rig HDMI cable, that's actually, I think that's the 20 centimeter or 25 centimeter version of it. Next time buy the longer version, the 35 centimeter version. That's way better, in my opinion. When you attach this here, you have then also an attachment point over here. And when you move now the monitor, you move also the cable. And I want a little bit movement here, that this connection don't break. Because this connection is not the best one. It's not so ultra sturdy. I have 3 of these in case one breaks. I had a shoot where this broke, and then you can't see anything on your monitor. I have 2 of these with me and another micro HDMI to HDMI connection in case all break. So that's something which is annoying. But when you make 4,500 euros or $4,500 on a client, you can buy 3 of these and 2 of these cable and be safe. Okay, better double check everything. That's my approach. So we are not done yet. Power is a thing. I recently bought this connection and V-mount batteries. That's a V-mount battery from Anton Bauer. That's, I think, made in Germany. Well, probably made in China, but that's a German company. That's a very good company. And you attach basically this on the back side of your rails here, like this. I make sure to leave some space here. I know some people do it like this, that they have it like this, the battery exactly next to the screen, but I don't like when the screen wiggles around. I want to have a freely moving screen here. That's why I have here some space. Then we attach the battery. Ta-da! And now we have a cable. My rig becomes pretty big. You cannot see me behind my rig because my rig is so enormous. Subscribe for my big rig, buddy. Maybe move this a little bit to the side here. So, power. Important USB cable. That's actually a very, very good USB cable when it comes to connecting power. It has even a little, do you call it fuse in English? Is it a fuse, a Sicherung? It secures basically the power connection when something is wrong with my battery. My camera doesn't get melted from the power. So, you have a little USB connection on top of the V-mount battery, and this cable flimsy around here and goes in the connection, in the USB connection of my camera. I know that's not 100% ideal with this cable, but I haven't bought yet another cable. I can also buy a D-tap battery and have then an output where I can then basically charge my camera via a dummy battery. I have also a dummy battery. Wait a second. Okay, that works also. You can also power your Lumix S5 with a dummy battery. I don't know, I forgot it. That's the first time I use this V-mount battery, and apparently my battery plate from Nietzsche or Nitze, whatever, has an output, a 3 volt, 3 ampere output. Can you see this? Yes, that's basically now a battery powered rig. Double battery powered with USB and whatever. So let's turn this baby. Let's see. Is it powered via my... Yes, that works. You can turn... Yes, you see, that works. That's fine. That's good. Thank you very much. So remove the power supply, we don't need this. So anyway, the next thing is pretty cool in my opinion. One of the, so maybe 90% the reason I bought this piece of equipment is that it looks ultra cool in my opinion, and that you can look like a real pro, because that's, I'm completely honest with you, because when you attach this to your rig, it looks enormous. It looks gigantic, and you can expect that your clients look at you and say, well, that's a pro. So that's basically a mud box. A mud box from Smallrig. It costs 99 euros here in Berlin, Germany. And then looks your rig like a real professional, a really damn good rig. That's now my rig. We don't need actually this USB cable anymore because we have the dummy battery. The dummy battery is from some company, I can't remember, Google it on Amazon. And yeah, that's basically my rig. Watch out. Yes, cable management. You then can maybe be careful with the cable, and I make it like this, that this long cable here gets sometimes around my rig here like this, and then goes into the power supply here on this side. And yeah, that's basically my rig, and I think that works very well. That's pretty cool, and you can work with it. That works, and it's a pretty nice rig. I can recommend it 100%. That works for me. That made a lot of clients for me, and you cannot even see me behind my rig. Hello, you can see me behind my rig because it's so big. Bonus. Let's move that to the side. Bonus attachment. Of course, a microphone. A good microphone. I use the Rode video mic, not the Pro version with the batteries. Why don't I use the Pro version with the batteries? I could buy it, but I don't want a microphone which is powered via battery because I can forget to charge the batteries. This can break or whatever. So what just happened? Well, the battery of my Lumix S1h died because I didn't charge it in ages. So that battery died. Then we film now via the Lumix GX81. Applause for this little sturdy camera, which has 8 minutes of runtime before the half an hour runtime stops the recording of this camera. Oh no, we have 4 minutes left. So 4 minutes of runtime before this stops my rig. So you attach then this microphone because it cannot break. You cannot forget to charge it because it has no battery and it works. It's a great microphone, and for most of the cases I use these lavalier microphones. Anyway, you can attach the microphone either here or there. That's up to you. Sometimes I have it here on the top and it goes into the microphone attachment, and voila, you have a pretty nice rig where you can use your camera like this. I use it mostly like this when you see I made a little mistake. I didn't tighten these screws up very well. That's why that's a little bit loose, but remember, did learn from my mistakes. And yeah, that's a pretty nice rig. When someone sees you with this rig, they say, well, that's nice, and it works very well. Everything has a purpose. It is heavy, yes, but a gym membership isn't expensive. So work out with your with your body that you can work in this industry very long and don't have back problems. Yes, that's how that works. I like my little rig very much, and in future I will work with my Lumix S1h with this. That's pretty cool. You can use that for client work. For YouTube is it a little bit much, I know, but for client work is this awesome. I like this very much. And goes on the tripod like this. The only downside from a huge rig like this is that you cannot easily use it on a gimbal. But I have a second cam now, and I can use my S1h rig and this camera on a gimbal. Well, I hope you like this little video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about my life, my work. I have worked for companies like Bayer and Voestalpine, a lot of huge clients, the Embassy of Singapore. I'm not a huge YouTuber, but I can tell you how to live with your videography work and how to actually make some money with your camera. Trust me, that's possible. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about this German filmmaker dude. So let's see if we can make some cinematic movements with this little camera here. And that's the Lumix GX81 with a cheap 12 to 32mm kit lens on it. You can purchase this lens I think for, I don't know, 89 euro, but with the correct lighting and etc. you can make pretty good looking videos with it, in my opinion. That's basically my rig. That's the mat box, monitor, microphone, battery, and a nice tripod. Let's make some nice B-roll with it. Hold the camera steady with the left hand, and the right hand turns this rig. I don't know. Looks this a little bit stupid? I don't know. Does it look cool? Cinematic movement. B-roll, camera porn, car porn.